I have something for you guys, and it's all about the RMA lessons, and it's one of the what will I call it? One of the offsprings of Rma-Robotics logo. Yes, one of the offsprings of the Rma-Robotics logo, which is the RMA lessons. So we're going to go straight to training. Yes, so I have in this one video. Okay, just hold on, let me just put some things in place. Okay, so this is a actually it's a certification. Yes, I call it the EVTE certification. What is EVTE? EVT is effective virtual tutoring experience. It has both the basic and the advanced. So we're going to look at it straight up. Yes, straight up. So I have a slide for you guys, and we are going to jump into the slide. Now I decided to do this training in a recorded form because I do meet with some of my new recruits on Saturdays, sometimes by 9 o'clock, and I do these trainings with them. And I came to a point where I told myself there is no need trying to do this every week, trying to train people. You try to, sometimes it might be too busy to do those live trainings. So it came to a point I made up my mind to do a recorded video of this training, and you'll love it. Yeah, it's so interesting, you'll love it. So whether I'm available, I'm around or not, people can get this video and they will get trained. Yes, so you can't do any virtual class until you go through trainings like this, especially those of you that want to use Zoom for teaching purposes, educational purposes. You want to teach online because a lot of things are moving online. Let me tell you, teaching as a phase has moved from the analog phase to the digital phase. So you as a teacher, you as an educator, you have to move with the trend. Yes, and that's where Rma-Robotics come in, and that's where RMA lessons come in. Maybe you need to join the team. Very important, you join the team where we are going to get you recruited, get you trained, get you certified, and match you with a client, and you start having your classes online with parents and all that. So that's what I'm all about in this video. So I'm going all out, trying to make sure that this comes out very well for you guys. You get all the tips, all the tricks, and everything you need to know when it comes to the virtual learning experience here. So it's actually a video for tutors. Actually, this video is for tutors, but as a parent, if you want to bump into it, learn one or two from it, beautiful, no issues. So let's go straight. So I'll be going straight to my slide. Yes, I'll be going straight to my slide. Yeah, I'm going straight to my slide. Yes, I have a PowerPoint. Yes, training. The file not found, just hold on, let me track it as quick as possible. Okay, so I've said EVT, yes, that's it. Boom. Good, so it's coming up. We're going to do this as quick as possible. Run through the slides. Make sure you look at this slide. You listen to some of the things I'm going to say. When it comes to the RMA lessons. Yes, as I said, it's an offspring of Rma-Robotics Global. So this is the dream, this is the vision, and this is what we are all about. Okay, so I'll be going straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up. Okay, boom. So let me see if I can do full screen. Yeah, so boom, 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 boom. Okay, trying to have double views and all that. So okay. So we are good. So Rma-Lessons EVTE certification. So I told you the meaning of EVTE. EVTE means effective. I think I have it here. Let me just go straight to it. Okay, first of all, I'll be doing the orientation aspect. Yes, I'll be doing the orientation on what Rma-Lessons is all about. So what is it all about? So I'll be talking about it. The orientation is very important. Let me just reduce my video a bit so that it doesn't obstruct my slide. Good. Okay, that's good. So first of all, what is Rma-Lessons? Rma-Lessons is, let me use my spotlight. Yes, let me use my spotlight. Yes. I'm going to quickly annotate. I don't know if I can get that right now. But if I can't get it, I will move on. Okay. I think I can't get that right now, but I know you're seeing the arrow and all that, so that you can follow me as I explain the slide. So RMA means Robotics Math Academy. Rma-Lessons is one of the subsidiaries of Robotics Global. As I said, it's kind of what would I call it? Yes, it's kind of an offspring of Robotics Global. Robotics actually is in 7 dimensions. Seven dimensions. So I'll do a video on that. So this is just part of one of the dimensions, or this is one of the dimensions of Robotics. So moving on, Robotics was founded by the CEO, which is the humble me. Yes, very picky, Bomotoin. Boy has entered my head because that's my stage name when it comes to the musical dimension, or the music minister, or dimension of the Robotics Global. I have a stage name which is Boy NG. You can look out for it on YouTube, type it, you see some of my songs there. So that's why that name is entering my head, but leave it. My real name is Berviki Buma, Otonye. I'm a preacher of the gospel of Jesus Christ, which is very dear to me, an engineer, a math consultant, an author, etc. So I would classify myself as one of those people God created with several talents. Yes, several talents. So some have 1, some have 2, I have 5 or more. So that's just it. So I have a lot in my sleeves, that I can give to you guys. So, but this is just one of the pet projects, one of the subsidiaries of Robotics Global, and there's actually, we have a board of directors when it comes to this vision. A lot of persons are coming in to partner with what this vision is all about. So I'm bringing a lot of technocrats into the game, and at the end of the day, you see the true picture, the big picture of Robotics. It's not just me. Yes, I founded the idea. God gave me the idea. I founded it, fine, but I will not run it alone. A lot of persons will be coming into the fray to run it with me. So that's it. So we moved to Rma-Lessons, which was vetted to bridge the gap between parents and tutors. Good. So that's what Rma-Lessons is all about. So why did I come up with Rma-Lessons? I've gone to people's houses for what will I call it now? I've been to, yes, for home lessons. I've suffered a lot when it comes to going to, traveling, covering distance, from where I stay to people's homes. It got me frustrated because sometimes you're stressed up, you're tired, you spend a lot on transportation. You get to the client's house and you need to deliver your lesson. So most times you deliver your lesson under stress. You're stressed up. So I spoke to myself. I told myself I needed something that can bridge that gap, because I need to go online. If I can be in the comfort of my home, I will no longer go through the stress of transportation, paying transportation, and even the stress of that long distance and all that. The time I spend, the time wasted and all that will be cut short. So I decided to venture into Zoom in 2017. A lot of persons came to Zoom, came to understand or know about Zoom 2020 during the COVID. I got to know about Zoom 2017. God exposed me to Zoom. The guy that created Zoom, I had to do a research on him, and I discovered that that guy actually he invented something that some of us need. Yes, something that has to do with our destiny. I personally, Zoom is dear to my heart because it has a lot to contribute in my vision as an individual. So Zoom was a very vital tool for me, and it made me to still do what I love without going through that stress. And I told myself, if I can do this effortlessly, I've run so many classes on Zoom. A lot of parents can attest to that fact. People that have connected with me in time past, I've done it successfully. So I told myself, okay, it has come to that point where I can share this idea, bring in so many tutors into the fray, bring them on board, expose these secrets to them. A lot of teachers are going through stress, traveling, paying transport just to do a private class. I told myself, no, I need to solve this problem for them. So that's why the Rma-Lessons had to come into play, because I don't want to do it alone. No, I want to work with a lot of tutors, people that are good at what they do, passionate tutors, because people know me for being passionate, for what I do. I love teaching mathematics and I'm so passionate about it. So I said, okay, with Rma-Lessons, I'm going to look for passionate teachers, people I can work with, that will buy into this vision, stay where they are, the comfort of their homes, and also work remotely, because teachers can also work remotely from the comfort of their homes. Yes, those kids, those learners can be in their homes and learn. They love gadgets, they love anything that is technology. Yes, kids between 7 and 15, they love it. They love gadgets. So we need to, now what we need to do is to just convince parents and move them from the analog phase to the digital phase. And in my experience, a lot of kids are benefiting from this. They are learning better. The learning is efficient. The teaching is efficient. Everything is smooth and lovely. So that's why I came up with this idea. And trust me, a lot of teachers are still in the dark. So I decided to do a video like this so that I can bring a lot of persons to the knowledge of this light. So I'm going to move to the next slide. So Rma-Lessons will function as an agency to connect parents, to connect that. Okay, it will function as an agency that connects parents to passionate, competent math tutors, because I believe in competence. Truth be told, I believe in competence, and that's why some parents that have worked with me over time, they will remember one thing I've always told them: I don't teach any other subject except math, because I believe that's where my strength is. That doesn't mean if you can teach other subjects, you cannot add it to what you do. You can do it. But I believe in competence. I believe in expertise. Yes. So I am an expert when it comes to teaching mathematics, and that's why I have to focus on it. But if you can do math, if you can do science, you can do grammar, fine for you, good for you. That's lovely. But make sure you're not doing what you're not good at, because I believe in passion and I believe in excellence. So that's why I'm connecting parents, because we are, Rma-Lessons will be solving two problems: create jobs for tutors, and also help parents to get tutors, competent tutors for their kids. and that's what RMA is doing. So it will create jobs for tutors and help parents to help every parents to get assistance for their kids, in the area of mathematics majorly. That doesn't mean other subjects can't come in. Yes, we will be accommodating other subjects as time goes on, but I want RMA, because RMA means Robotics Mathematics Academy. So I want RMA to be known for mathematics, but we will accommodate other subjects as time goes on. So Rma-Lessons currently has an app which can be installed in phones and laptops via the link blah blah blah. So I had to use this tiny URL, to make the Rma-Lesson app, which is a very long, the link is long, so I had to use tiny URL to make it short, and that's why I had to come up with this HTTPS. Is a link. So if you dial it in your browser, boom, you will see the Rma app pop up. It will tell you to install it in your home screen, and you're good to go. Go in there, fill your form, so parents can go to the app, fill the request tutor form, while prospective Rma teachers can fill the tutor application form. Finally, matching can then take place after tutors have been recruited, trained and certified. Sorry for the art, it's supposed to be art, recruited, trained and certified. So that's that. So let's move on to the next slide. So I believe you must have understood that this particular slide is all about the app. So by the grace of God, I came up with an app with the help of Jot Forms. So I was able to create an app for Rma-Lessons, so that parents anywhere, clients anywhere can get the app, tutors can get it, apply as tutors, parents can apply for request for a tutor, and at the end of the day, the agency will be able to match good parents and tutors. Let's move to the next slide. So we have what we call the Rma-Lesson packages, exclusive package features, and the inclusive package. So what is exclusive? Inclusive means you get to learn with, if you're a learner or you're a parent, your child will be learning with other learners. So between 5 to 10 learners is to one tutor. General instructions will go on, general corrections. So you have limited one-on-one. When it comes to inclusive package, you have general homework, general corrections for both homeworks and activities. Then the tuition fee, I had to do some adjustments to this. I will show you a slide. I did some adjustment, but initially I wanted to make it 2,000 naira per lesson session and 24,000 naira per month. Okay, so we move to the exclusive package, where before we move to that, I would like to show you something. You can see the picture here. Just a pupil looking at the screen, whether it's an iPad, your child has an iPad, fine, your child has a laptop, fine. So looking at the screen here, the child has an opportunity to learn with other kids, and the tutor is teaching and all that. General lessons are given, the general corrections are given, and you pay less actually when it's inclusive. But when it's exclusive, you can see the learner and the teacher is just connecting one-on-one. So some of the benefits, one learner is to one tutor, one-on-one instruction, on the spot assessment. Now on the spot assessment is one feature, something that is very unique with this exclusive package. So while assignments are going on, if you go to the app, you will see sample videos for both exclusive and inclusive packages. Then you understand what I mean by on the spot assessment. A child will be solving on the screen, corrections will be done immediately on the screen. You can't get that with inclusive, you can only get that with exclusive. So one-on-one correction, then the fee is 5,000 per lesson session, 60,000 per month. But I had to do an adjustment recently, and I came up with this. So let's just go straight to the fees. 10,000 per month. That's if you're in Nigerian. But if you're not in Nigeria and you're outside the country, because we are open to people outside Nigeria and outside Africa, students, clients within Africa and outside Africa, all around the world. So we can now do those conversions in dollars and all that and accept payments. Okay, so 10,000 naira per month for just math, yes. But if you want extra subjects, you look at 5,000 naira per subject. That's for the inclusive. But for the exclusive, 20,000 naira per month just for math. While if you want other subjects, you can start taking extra 10,000 for every extra subject that you want. So I'll be moving on to the next slide. So we have the categories for exclusive packages. We have the economic plan, we have the executive plan. On the under the economic, we have exclusive and inclusive and exclusive. Executive plan, inclusive and exclusive. Note executive plan still in view. Now, why is this still in view? We have not rolled it out yet, because for the executive plan, we'll be working with parents that we want, that want to pay more. Yes, a lot of parents will want to pay more, and they will like executive tutors. So we'll connect them to executive to high-profile tutors, and it will require those parents to pay more. That's just it. So it's still in view. We've not started it yet. Now we move to Rma-Lesson payments. Rma tutor gets 80% tuition fee per month. Rma-Lessons, that's the agency, gets 20%. Condition for payment: successful matching plus smooth running of virtual classes. So if the classes are going on well, then the tutor will be paid. So we move on to the next slide. Learner's steps in Rma. So what's the learner step? First of all, you get the app. Secondly, you fill the tutor request form, wait to be matched, get matched, join WhatsApp group with tutor and Rma rep and an Rma rep, because somebody has to be there. An Rma rep is someone that represents the agency. That person will be there in the group with you as a parent or as a tutor, and three of you will be there, and negotiation discussions will be held there. Not really financial discussions, but how the classes will run in terms of your days will be free, the timings and all that, which you've already filled in the tutor request form. Don't forget, please. Let's not forget that we've already filled that in the tutor's request form. Or that those discussions we hold on the WhatsApp group, and from there, tuition fee will be paid. Definitely, we'll do a trial class. You'll be convinced that good, this is what you would like to do. This is what you would like to do for your kids. You would like to sign up, enroll for this, and when you're convinced, you pay your tuition fee, and live classes will begin immediately. So that's the learner's steps in Rma, or I can say the client. Yes, the client steps in Rma. We move on to the tutor step. So if you're a tutor, you get the app, you fill the form, the application, the tutor application form, write an Rma test, wait to be called for oral interview, get interviewed. Then, if selected, get trained and certified. That's the EVTA certification training. Wait to get matched, and start tutoring virtually. Get paid. Yes, get part payment after a successful trial class. Now, finally, number 10 is you get paid after a month of the class. So you can see the processes we pass our tutors through. It's a thorough recruitment process. We make sure we get the best hands. So if you're a parent and you're watching this, be rest assured that you'll be getting the best hands, for your kids. In Rma, if you're not good at what you do, we don't use you. That's just the rule. We don't use you. We can only use those that are good at what they do. So, and parents can also give us feedback on the app. You will see the feedback form. Go and fill it. Tell us after the first 2-3 classes, even after a month, if you like some of the things that went on with the class, you can talk about it in the feedback. Give us commendations. If you have a complaint, you can write your complaints. If you have anything, suggestions, things you would like us to do, your opinions and all that, observations, put it down there in the feedback form. So that will help us to evaluate what we do with you guys. If we need to change a tutor for you as a parent, we'll do that for you. And for tutors, we expect you to be at the top of your game so that you don't get disqualified or dropped. So we move on to the EVTE training, the basic, which is the EVTE means effective virtual tutoring experience. Before the tutor becomes an Rma-Lessons tutor, he or she must have an EVTE certification. That is, he or she must receive an EVTE certificate from Rma-Lessons. So you can see what the tutors must go through. Then you Zoom essentials, sign up, you get a PMI, you get your passcode. You'll be taught, there'll be a recorded video for you where you'll be taught how to change your passcode, edit it to any form for security purposes, annotations, marker size and color will be taught, spotlight tools, its relevance, how to share your screen, the whiteboard and your slide, Zoom time limits, 40 minutes and reconnection strategy. So all this, you get it in the recorded video, because we have both the basic EVT basic video and the EVT advanced video. Good. So we move on to the next slide. Zoom practicals. We switch roles on the spot assessment. Now this will go on with an Rma rep with a tutor. We'll be doing a one-on-one training with you guys where we are going to check out some of these things so you can enable your participant to share, monitoring strategy during lessons. We teach you how to monitor your kids and all that while the lesson is going on. We tell your learner to share their whiteboard. Tutor should use red pen color while the learner uses blue pen color. Boom. Now in the EVT training, the basic, under it we have what we call the lesson cycle, which is IPECA. The lesson cycle, IPECA. No, IPECA means introduction, principle, example. It's strictly for mathematics. So example, class activity, assignment. Note, 40 to 60 minutes at Zoom is a lesson session in Rma-Lessons. So it's good you take note of some of those things, use your pen and jot down some of those things. This is how a lesson should run. So if you are entering for example fractions or probability or proportion, you go through the steps. First of all, you start with introduction to talk about the formulas involved, which is a principle, the example. You give an example, a guide for the children to learn how to solve it, and then you give them class activity, homework, assignment, and all that. So this is how your lesson should go. Then we talk about Rma marking and assessment. So we use percentages. Yes, the highest is 100, the lowest is 20%. Mark, write percentage and comment. Note, no learner should be given less than 20%. No matter how poor that learner, the activity, yes, no matter the performance, how poor the performance is. In Rma-Lessons, no learner gets less than 20%. So take note of that if you're joining the team. This particular slide is very important for you when it comes to assessment. So we have our scores. 20 means when you write 20%, you write good attempts. When you write 21 to 49, very good attempts. 50% to 69%, good job. 70% to 99%, very good. Then 100%, bravo, excellent. Now at 100%, the child has done a beautiful job, and there is nothing to you cannot fault that child. The child has done a beautiful job, so you give the child a full mark, and that is excellent. That is what your comment should be like. They will talk about a phone versus laptop, where you see the pros and the cons and all that. So I will not say much about this. You can pause this video and write some of these things down. There are some features the laptop adds when it comes to using Zoom that the phone does not have, and there are some benefits when it comes to using phone for your live classes. One thing about the phone is that it's flexible. So that's one important I would say. And fluidity when it comes to writing. Yes, if you check some of the sample videos I've shown you, you will see the fluidity in writing when you're using your phone. Now some features like the virtual background, you get it in a laptop, but you can't get it with phone. So pros and cons. But laptop, when you're using laptop for your classes, it's very, very expensive. It's very expensive. That's just it. So let me just move to the next slide. Zoom settings. Go to your Zoom settings, please. Use a desktop, sign in, go to the setting, enable the following: breakouts, virtual background, recording. Don't forget you can't record your class with your phone. You can only do that with a laptop. So we move on to the next part. Now we've entered advanced. Don't forget, yes, we just entered advanced part of the training, which is, I think the advanced part started from here. Yes, it started from here. So we're already in the advanced part of the training. Beautiful. So let me just go back to this other part of the slide. So we have the Zoom settings. I've talked about it. Then we talk about EVT during advanced practicals. Virtual, but there's a recorded video for it. Don't worry. So virtual backgrounds, breakouts, recordings. Especially virtual backgrounds. We have a recorded video for you to follow through, know how to change your backgrounds and all that. Then professional outing for executive plans. Full-blown production set, lights, camera, microphone, tripod stand, Wi-Fi, power bank, generator. Having in mind the Nigerian factor if you're in Nigeria. So look at in Nigeria, poor internet connections, solution Wi-Fi or any other alternative. So to solve that problem, we're going to use our Wi-Fi. Now we have another problem, which is power issues. I've had those issues several times because of the Nigerian factor. So you need to have a power backup, which is the power bank or a generator to really go professional when it comes to your online classes. Then we have the marketing strategies, and how you're going to convince your parents, move clients from analog to digital, spread e-flyers on social media platforms, talk to parents one-on-one, share Rma-Lessons app. Sharing the app is very important. Tell people about the app, let them download it and fill the forms. Now also convince parents, as I said in that slide, is very important. So we move to what we call the progress chart. Now this is serious. This is serious work. It's a very serious work for the tutor, yes, but the parents will pay for it. But will be done for parents that request for it. So they will parents will request for it and they will pay for it. So our Rma tutors will be paid 80% for every progress chart they fill. So the progress chart actually is, I will not display it here, but it will tell the parent the progress of the child. So any parent that is interested, you request for it, and the tutor will fill the progress chart on weekly basis, and you're going to get proper evaluation of your child's progress. Yes. So we move on to the progress chart display. I was supposed to display it, but I'm not going to display in this slide. Make sure you join the Rma-Lessons as a parent, as a tutor. Then we'll get to show you what the slide looks like. So thank you so much. Time for questions and other ideas plus brainstorming. So I'm going to end the slide here, and I'm going to see you guys in the Rma, proper. I believe after you watch this, you can actually join the team, and we are going to have a good time in Rma. Let's all move with what is going on globally. A lot of things have moved from the analog era to the digital era. You move from physical classes to virtual classes. So let's all move. Thank you so much. I am very picky Bomo Otani, and see you next time in another tutorial video or training like this. And look out for some of my stuff, my contents on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Rma-Robotics. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for paying attention to some of these things, and thank you. See you in Rma-Lessons.